Okay, so I literally just recorded an entire video and I realized I had a clock up there and it's in the corner and I see it. Hold on. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aaliyah and today I am going to show you my progress on the guitar. This is my second video in this series where I am learning how to play the guitar, mainly teaching myself, but getting some tips from some people around me and watching YouTube. So if you're interested in seeing the progress that I've made thus far, stay tuned. The camera were at a different spot because I needed more space for my guitar and I didn't have enough in my normal corner. So we're here now, a little different setup. It was kind of a lot to try to get everything set up. The lights, because I'm not by the window, it was difficult. Anywho, I'm going to show you some of my progress and the things. Last time I did not show you my little picks that I got because they were downstairs and I didn't want to go get them, but here they are, these little Fender picks, and I don't know if they're going to focus. Whatever. Anyways, these are the picks. They're thin for the acoustic guitar. However, I have very rarely used these because they make it very loud. And right now, I am not that good to be playing loud. So I try to keep it with just my hand, just the soft part of my finger to practice getting those chords right. The second thing I went and got was this book, which has, I want to say all, but I don't know all of them, but they have quite a bit of chords here and like how to position your fingers, what it looks like on the guitar, blasey, blasey, blasey. There are a lot. I have only really learned about 4 or 5, so we're gonna keep this. I like these instead of the digital ones because, I don't know, I think it's just nice to have a paper copy, and if I need to pull something up on my phone, I can, but I always have a book in case the internet doesn't work, which Verizon went out the other day. Anyways, so I like to have this little book handy. So a few tips that I have learned along the way from some friends of mine who are helping me in my journey to learn the guitar are number one, which is the most upsetting of all, I have to keep my fingernails short. Now, most people who know me know that I like to have my long acrylic nails. And recently I haven't been getting them done, but I have been letting my natural nails grow out, and I can't do that with the guitar. Your nails get in the way and you can't play the chord. So I have to keep them short and cut them every like 3 or 4 days so that I can actually play well. So that is one thing that I learned. Another thing that I learned is that guitar players complain a lot about their fingers getting callous, and I really never understood the struggle until I started playing. And I realized that my notes were pretty trash, and a friend of mine told me that it was because I wasn't pressing on the strings hard enough. So when I came home and tried it out, of course, they sounded 10 times better because I was actually applying pressure, but it hurts. Thankfully, no calluses yet. I feel like I don't practice enough for that. I'm still averaging about 2 hours a week, but that's not enough for me to get calluses, especially because I am not strumming out songs. I'm really taking my time learning. So another tip that one of my friends told me is that when I'm trying to play a chord, if it sounds funky, the best way for me to learn the chord is to isolate each string. So obviously, guitar has multiple strings, and this one has 5. It's a six string guitar. And I, instead of just trying to play the whole note with holding all the strings, by practicing each one individually, it makes sure that I'm playing that string right, and I'm not making the other string below it sound bad. So that's something that I had to learn, okay. And that really did help me with a few of the chords that I was practicing religiously every single day. So I feel a little bit better about those. So that was another thing. Finally, another tip was just trying to find a song that you can work toward and having that goal, which, as I've said before, my goal is to be able to play a song by my birthday, which is in about a month or so. So I have a song that I've been practicing with this past week, and it's Amazing Grace because it's nice and simple, but I have another song in mind that I would like to progress toward, so we'll see if I can actually get that far, but I don't know yet. Also, it has been 2 weeks. I have been super busy, and recording takes a lot of time, just getting everything set up. So this is my 2 week, and so we might just be looking at every 2 weeks, especially next week I'll be out of town. So I said every week, but I'm sorry, I can't do it. Anywho, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and play you some of the chords that I have learned. So this first chord I learned is a G chord. I'm starting with this one because it's the one that I'm the most confident about, and that's because I have practiced it a lot, and my friends told me that this is like a great chord to start with. So I spent a lot of time just focusing on the G chord, which you hold down the top string, which is the E string, and then the A string. Am I right? Yep. The E string, the A string, and then the high E string. I watched some YouTube videos that helped me learn the strings on the guitar, a whole lot of other stuff. So I do recommend using YouTube as a starter place if you know absolutely nothing about guitar, which I knew nothing about the guitar. Other than I like the way it sounds when people go like this. That makes it feel official. Okay, anywho, first chord is a G chord. I feel like I've got that one down pretty well. The second chord is a D chord. And this one is hard for me because every note that requires this high E string, which is the really skinny string at the bottom, I struggle with for two reasons. Number one, my fingers crush the chord. Even if it's not supposed to be playing that chord, my top fingers hit it. Secondly, I just don't know how to apply pressure to this little teeny chord, and it's just not, it doesn't sound great all the time. So that's okay right now. But the D chord requires me to use that one, and no me gusta. So this is a D chord. Not too bad. A little bit of buzzing, but we're working on it. The next one that I learned, and I learned this for Amazing Grace, was a G7th chord, I believe. If it's wrong, I'll put a little blah 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 some here, over here. So this is the other one. And I don't know if I'm playing that right because it sounds a little funky, but the next chord I learned is a C chord, which the fingering is very similar to that G7th chord. So this is the C chord, which I'm not too great at, but we're getting there. There we go. I keep putting my fat finger on the bottom E chord, which makes that weird buzzing sound if I'm not careful. And then the final chord I learned was an E minor chord, which is my favorite one because minor chords, just, you know, a little more soul in there. All right, so those are the chords that I have learned, and those are the chords that I need to play Amazing Grace. So anyway, thank you for watching my video. If you would like to see more videos, then you can like my video and subscribe to my channel and tune back in whenever. I'm not going to tell you to turn on those post notifications because who's gonna know when you'll see that. But we're going to try to get another video up here, at least 3 more by the time it's time for my birthday. And hopefully, you know, we'll be able to play Amazing Grace a little bit faster and maybe even another song. So until next time, bye.